Hey guys, I'm the Coaster Keat, and with Valentine's Day right around the corner, you know what's on my mind? Death and taxes. Now, this is not only a game about death and taxes, but it also just happens to be a game whose full version is coming out relatively soon, and who I also very much enjoy the concept of. After watching a few videos of it, I really wanted to go through it myself because all of the people, the way they've been going through it is pretty lackluster in a way, so as a warning, this might not be the most conventional playthrough of this, but we're gonna go through it all the same, so without any further ado, let's get on into it. It starts out with a nice little comic of Fate, our boss, keeper of world order, lacking the lemons he needs because life didn't give him any. He then has to, go out into the world. Apparently he also scripted the whole Beatles walk thing, if indeed he is Fate. And go on over to the market, which for some reason has a red A and all the other letters are yellow. It's quite a lot of lemons that he just bought. And someone seems to be bothering me. For some reason I will never know. The fires of hell rage in his eyes, and who knows what happened to that guy that just tapped on our shoulder. Because I sure don't. Do a little bit of alchemy, and without fail, you get the Grim Reaper. Which, you do get a little bit of personalization, which I do appreciate here. We're gonna go with the nice, typical, little darker than usual business suit look. And we'll be transparent. Because it's always good to be transparent with your decisions, right? Hello, Fate.
Finally, the new spawn has awoken.
Indeed I have.
What a momentous day.
You seem pretty bored about that.
I am honored to welcome you into our world. Spawn... hang on. Spawn number 1.
It's actually interesting, this number is randomized, so you kind of get a different one every time, which is a fun little detail.
I am Fate. I am the keeper of world order.
Well, I don't care much for being just 11. Can I be Fate?
Another ironic one. Great.
Well, you know it's you two.
You may call yourself the Grim Reaper, as that is what you are.
Fine, I'll call myself the Grim Reaper, jeez.
Welcome to your new job as an overseer of Cosmopolis City Subdivision 4, the Sun County Wine Region.
Woo! So excited.
I know what you are thinking, and yes, your assignment is choosing humans who have to die. Pretty standard stuff.
Yeah, it makes sense for a Grim Reaper.
As it is your first day, try to get to know the system. And do not destroy the world, yes? Gallows humor, you see? Right, yes. Clear?
Will I get paid for this?
Most certainly. The contract stipulates that every death gets a fair salary based on their performance accuracy.
Sweet.
Marking profiles correctly is the most important task. If you mark more or less than necessary, you will not get your fee at all.
Well, that sucks. I mean, asking for 100% accuracy just seems a bit excessive, you know? I'll make mistakes here and there, and you gotta accept that.
Errors in secondary tasks will reduce the total, even if the primary task is executed correctly.
Yeah, very clever. Executed because we're executing these people.
Remember, the fate of the world lies in your hands. Humans march towards the great dying. They always teeter on the precipice, creating endless chaos.
Indeed they do.
We keep humans from falling off. We establish the equilibrium and keep the chaos in check. For that reason, your actions will have consequences.
Great, whatever. Let's get this over with.
If you want to work here, you will have to change the attitude. Follow me. I will show you your workplace.
You know, after all, I didn't choose to work here. You kind of created me and was like, this is your job.
This will be your 7-day evaluation period. When the week is done, you will be assessed.
Great. Is this like a test sort of assessment or an interview type of assessment? Because both are bad, but one is definitely worse than the other.
1 week to show us what you are made of, Reaper.
Alright then. Let's get into it. Ooh, I have a fidget spinner? Heck yeah. This is what I'm gonna just spend all my time doing, is just using the fidget spinner. Nothing else matters in life. Alright, so you've got your little notifications over here which tell you what's going on, and these usually react to the different things that you do and who you choose to kill or not. So right now, we've got a massive wildfire threatening to engulf the whole wine region of Sun County, which is, you know, what you would call bad. Alright, today one human has to die, and we've got 2 of them. Have a firefighter who has wanted to be a firefighter since they were a little kid, keen wine enthusiast, and is leading the strike team defending Sun County vineyards from wildfire. Meanwhile, you have someone who's been into robotics ever since their parents gifted them a mechanical construction set for their 7th birthday, used to work at the Space Exploration Agency, designing robot rovers to be sent to other planets. They are an avid fan of violent action movies. And so, typically, what you're supposed to do, because there's, you know, a fire going on, is you're supposed to go ahead and save the person that's defending the county from the wildfire. But I've seen enough of this game being played that way. So, this time, we're gonna choose who lives and who dies purely on our own. Let's turn them in.
Oh, the new death spawn. Welcome. How was your first day?
I hate
So do
following orders.
most who are not in charge. Is that not so? Alas, you will just have to deal with it. The office has no time for wayward deaths.
Well, you're gonna have to put up with them.
Remember, lives are on the line.
Indeed they are. Indeed they are. But you're putting the task on me to decide, and I was just born, so my decisions are iffy at best.
I see exactly 1 person perished today, as tasked. Did you figure out the best choice?
No, I really didn't. In fact, I figured out the best choice, and then I went with the other one. So, I mean, I did, but I didn't.
To be fair, there was no best option. I felt like you needed an easy one to begin with. In the future, that is going to change.
I'm not sure if it's easier when there's no best option. That seems like it would be harder.
Such is the unfortunate, indisputable, incontrovertible, ironclad law of cosmos. Question?
Nah, I just want to get out of here, not have to listen to your yammering anymore.
Keep your eye on the letter for future guidelines.
Alright, alright.
And keep up the good work.
Good work. Well, we'll see about that one.
A new day awaits. Off you go now.
Alright. Always gotta start the day with a good little fidget spin. Alright, so now what has happened? Alright. Sun County vineyards suffer continued devastation from spreading wildfires after heroic firefighters caught in blaze. Casualties currently unknown. Intense debates ensue as freelance engineer unveils custom-designed combat robots with extensive weapon attachments. Also fracking linked to earthquakes, new research confirms. Interesting. well, we'll go ahead and put that away. What's our quota for today? One human with an engineering or industrial background has to die. Cool. So, we've got a marketing genius, someone in the fracking industry, and someone who's been working in a pharmaceutical industry. So let's look a little bit more into this. So first of all, the person who could sell barbecue ribs to a vegan. Their exceptional talent landed them a job as a telemarketer, where they have single-handedly increased profits by 200%. They're especially appealing to senior citizens. Then we have Rajesh Nakavi, who is in the fracking industry for the money, and no cries from environmentalists will make them rethink. They are determined to rise on the career ladder and become boss of the fracking firm someday. And then we have Verity, who has been working for the pharmaceutical industry for decades, trying to find a decelerator for aging. While lately it seems that the discovery might actually come from biogenetics, Verity is certain that she can concoct some sort of chemical compound that gets the job done. So, again, we had an industrial or engineering background. Well, there is only one person with an industrial or engineering background, but, you know, I like the look of their face, and I like the guy, so he's gonna live. As for the others, man, it is hard to put this phone down. Just so tempting to go online, you know? Alright, well, we've got pharmaceutical industry, and we've got the telemarketer, and out of those, I think pharmaceutical industry is closer to what we're looking for, so they're just gonna have to die while this one lives. There we go. Put these away, file them away, and let's go fidget spinner! Life without care, people.
Grim, how was the second day on the job?
Bad. Really bad.
It saddens me to hear that.
Does it?
So, did you follow the rules properly?
Nope, not at all.
All looks fine on my end. It seems you have performed adequately.
Have I though?
Continue the good work, and do not let tough choices get you down.
Can I get a vacation?
Nope.
What? I want a vacation, are you kidding me?
Rest well. You will need it. See you soon.
If you think I need rest, then why can't I get a vacation? That would be the ultimate kind of rest. Hello, kitty. Stingy boss. Just making me come into this world and then not even giving me a vacation to enjoy it. Ugh. Alright, earthquakes getting more frequent and devastating. Experts blame fracking. Thousands of seniors impoverished from buying junk from telemarketers. Seniors protesting for another pension increase. Chemist uses experimental anti-aging drug on themselves, grows younger until finally ceases to exist. Well, that's fun. And government to seek the ban of dangerous de-aging research. Well, I think we did beautifully. Gotta start the day right. Alright, who do we have this time? Stefan oh, right, there's a job, right. Just 2 humans, cool. So we've got Rayan Vargas, a journalist. Rayan, otherwise a solid and stalwart journalist, has an obsession. They adamantly claim they saw, when younger, a headless rider emerge from deep within the autumn mist, searching for their lost beret. Then we have Stefan Cerez, a liar who absolutely can't stop lying, ever. They keep lying even about the most insignificant things. They just like lying that much. On the other hand, the skill comes in pretty handy whenever someone asks for recommendations. Well, so if you ever ask them, do you like lying, they would say no, right? And then don't you get some sort of paradox there? Columba is a distinguished war veteran, these days working as a well-regarded passenger airplane pilot. They're happily married and have 5 children. As a hobby, they're interested in history of religious buildings. Leo has been in politics for 40 years, and in that time they've worked hard on relaxing the government's meddling in the real estate market. Although nobody has found the proof, there have been rumors that Leo has taken many bribes from a number of realtor agencies. And then we have Joshua Lasker. It took a while for Joshua to get hyped about the digi-doubloon cryptocurrency, which just had a 3rd surprising major rise in value. They love to tell everyone they They meet about how Digidoubloon is better than other cryptocurrencies. If they make a lot of money, they plan to open a CrossFit studio. Alrighty then. Who's doing the most good in this world? Well, you're taking bribes, so that automatically means you get to live. The liar, yeah, you probably live. There we go. Let's see, who else do we have? Right, the journalist. And then these two people who's gonna do cryptocurrency and the war veteran. Well, the war veteran's gonna die because he's a nice person. And then, I don't know about these other two, because both of them kind of have a bit of an iffy thing going on, like cryptocurrency that suddenly shot up in value. Bit iffy, and then the whole, you know, Bigfoot thing, also iffy, but I'll go based off of age, and since you're older, you get to live, and you're gonna die. Cool. So, I think that's it. All our papers are good and done for today. There we go.
Grim, my latest spawn.
Hello.
3 days you have been with us. How do you feel?
I feel hungry all the time. How is that even possible?
Probably some of the psychic residue left over from the creation. Making a death is not simplistic alchemy.
Really? Because I looked at your book and it didn't look too complicated.
Now, let me take a look at the files you sent in today.
Go for it.
Right. Everything looks to be in order. You have followed the rules and marked the correct amount of profiles.
Indeed I have.
There really is not much else to say. You may leave. See you tomorrow.
Goodbye. Another day, another fidget spinner. Let's see how we've affected the world this morning. Pilot died in a crash due to a plane factory error. The pitfalls of the mechanics industry. Sky mechanics forced to make changes in their production of plane parts. Who needs rent caps? Asked longtime politician Leo Borjasky. The market will take care of things on its own. The short-sighted act of deregulating the real estate market puts everyone in a dangerous path. Local waiter wins international lying contest, hailed best liar of all time, at least according to their own words. And Digidoubloon value keeps fluctuating. Well, that's great. Sounds like the world is doing absolutely wonderfully. Alright. 3 humans have to die. Cool. Sounds great. So, we've got Adipa the First, an unemployed monstrosity. Alive or dead, this undead creation of Manuel Castellan usually hides either in the sewers of Cosmopolis City or in a cabin at the surrounding forests. They're eloquent and always interested in discussing existential philosophy, ideas surrounding life and death, for obvious reasons. Ah, well, you sing like a great guy, you're gonna live till tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. Alright, we've got a tutor. Raya tutors languages to children of foreign parents who have migrated to Cosmopolis City with great success. She is well liked by both kids and parents. Lately, they've claimed to also have seen the Headless Rider cruising around the edge of town. Oh, looks like the Headless Rider is real. Well, that's interesting. Alexis is an uprising star who started their career in a boy band. Recently, they've gone solo and released their first album. They love dogs and having a picnic amongst friends. Well, you're in a boy band, so honestly, killing you is probably going to be the nicest thing that I do in this entire playthrough. Have fun with that. A technically skilled and aggressive center-forward player, Alamelda has already led their football team to international championship victory several times. They aim to become the greatest athlete the Sun County region has ever had. And then Tatiana decided to become a surgeon after their grandmother died of cancer when they were in their teens. Inspired by stories told by their parents, they wrote a book on medical recoveries in order to help others in pain. Grim, I am watching you. You should mark this profile to live. Fate. Hey, Fate, how's it going? How you doing? Fun to see you there. Well, sorry, but I didn't really succeed in the reading test. You probably should have checked that I could read before you put me on this job, but you're a loss. Alright, and then we've got the tutor, or we've got the football player. Well, the football player is probably going to kill themselves, so we're going to let them live, and we're going to kill off the person, because the headless rider is our friend in arms, our comrade. Alright, so we've got 1, 2, and 3 to die, and 2 to live. Get our fidget spinner going, and get these files out. I think he'll be proud of us. I think he will.
There you are. Let us be quick.
Hello!
All the profiles are here, just as requested. Excellent work.
Ah, yes, I'm so good at this job.
I am beginning to sense a tinge of pride.
Oh, a tinge of pride?
I did not expect you to turn out such a good and dedicated reader.
Oh, you're so kind. If only I had known before that the way you get people's approval is to see what they say and go completely against it. Why, thank you so much, Fate. I'll continue to make you proud.
If you keep this up, you will get far. You may be even promoted to a middle management position. Imagine the possibilities.
Oh, I'm imagining. I'm imagining taking your job right out from under you. Hello, cat.
Anyway, I am quite busy tonight, so you can go. Until tomorrow, Grim.
Ta-ta! I think we're doing great, guys. Alright. 2 humans have to die. Spare any humans with a food service background. Ex-member of boy band youth sector killed in an airplane crash. Fans demand an explanation. Can the Sun County football team claim another championship victory? Finals coming up later this week. Fatal air crash caused by a series of malfunctions. Well-liked teacher found dead. Their head removed. Doctors continue to be baffled. Adapta, the possibly undead, comes out of a hiding, enrolls at Central Cosmopolis University. Odd corpse person inspires new ideas about tissue damage and flesh regeneration. Hey, so sparing him has actually gone real well. Maybe society will do better now. Alright, so food service background. Orel is barely hanging on with the already high living expenses keep rising. They are sure they can do great things with their arts degree when they get around to finishing it. In their scarce free time, they do organic origami. Organic origami. Can you explain the organic part to me real quick? Because I just don't understand that. You're definitely going to be high on the death list. Tristam is an up-and-coming dirt motocross racer. They're also the Headless Rider Unmasked. Turns out sightings of the legend were not true. Instead, Tristam decided to pose as the Headless Rider to prank the journalist with the original obsession. Interesting. Leanne hails from a small village on the coast where they spent their early years studying ichthyology. This later inspired them to turn their attention towards global matters, to the multitudinous interrelated networks that make up our planet. Well, all of you seem relatively good. After decades of working as a doctor, Manuel ultimately just got really tired of it. Nowadays, they're experimenting with dead bodies, trying to sew them together in order to create some sort of new life form that could potentially live forever. Well, you get to live forever too, buddy. Have a great day. Alright. Alasia Sarazin. Alayla chose to learn the art of gastronomy because it felt like a decent and stable job. Good food is always needed. Aside from cooking, they enjoy long treks through nature and mountain climbing. Well, you are a cook, so technically you should live. A barista who hates coffee? That's Carmen. Since they find all coffee equally bad tasting, they unknowingly keep committing a grave sin when serving customers. Heating up old coffee in a microwave. Well, honestly, you're just so relatable. I can't even. Okay, so food service, you're supposed to spare them anyway. And then what? Sorry. 2 people had to die, right. So, you all unfortunately get to live, and then I have to choose from you guys, who dies? Alright, well, you know what? I think that you, with your whole unmasked thing, I think that was a real cool thing to do. So you get to live, and these other two people, they'll be fine. You guys can go ahead and die your organic origami and such. Just get out of my sight. Yeah, 2 humans have to die, and unfortunately you guys with your food service will get to live another day. As much as I hate to say it. Alright, well, there we go. Tournament. Hello, Fate.
What a day, Grim. What a day.
Indeed.
Let us go over your conduct first.
Alright.
Good. I see the correct amount of profiles. Today seems to be in order.
As it always is, my dear Fate.
Anyway, Grim, 5 days you have been with us. How does it feel to make the difficult choices?
Let's... a job like any other.
I can almost imagine what a normal, basic, dreadful, everyday job would feel like.
Can you really?
But think of the humans. Do you think our office is the appropriate way to deal with them?
Not really. Is there another way?
Perhaps No, never mind. I have not found a way around the tradition, and I have been here a long time.
Well, then maybe we need a little bit of new management, and then that new management can figure out a new solution, huh, Grim? Or Fate, as you're calling yourself now, anyways.
This control over all the lives, unbeknownst to the humans. Do you not consider it unethical to make the choices you make?
Can't worry too much if this is what has to be done.
It gladdens me to hear you do not bother yourself with unnecessary concerns.
Maybe I do more than you think.
The office is perennial and venerated. Eons we have spent designing the appropriate methods and strategies. We know what we are doing.
Yes, but have the same people in management too long and eventually they become blind to the decisions that they're making. Get an outsider and suddenly all those mistakes become very clear.
Oh, I do apologize for taking up so much of your time. Before you go, are there any questions you would like to ask me?
Why do all these profiles refer to people as they?
An astute observation. You see, Grim, our office does not operate on information about biological backgrounds or genetic composition.
So no gender information? Cool.
Everyone you assess is simply human, after all, excluding any monumental error in normal procedure.
Sounds
The bottom
decent.
line is that the humans end up on your desk and that you must follow the rules.
As I have been. Been following the rules.
Anything else?
It's not an ethical principle. The question for the answers to the other 2 questions are, for underage profiles, there's a separate department, and the basis for the profiles is there a point system. He just says no.
Right. It has been enlightening. I bid you a good night. See you tomorrow.
Bye! Another day. What's happened this time? Young cook discovers new healthy way of preparing food. Doctor's amazed. Cosmopolis City local raiser Tristan Bentley neck and neck with the reigning champion of the Motocross League. Doctors caught stealing corpses, trying to revive dead flesh through the use of strange chemicals, ends up poisoning neighborhood water supply. Could have gone better. Tale of the mad corpse-stealing doctor to be adapted into a feature-length film. Hey, that's using your resources. Traffic collision on the Westerhold motorway claims the life of a scientist. 2 others survive with injuries. Our small town prodigy moves to the city. We say, reach for the stars. Scientists very close to figuring out how to counter a dangerous pathogen. 6 humans have to die. I have 8 profiles. Any humans with a medical background have to die. Alright then. Do you have a medical background? Nope. Okay, well, gonna put you over here. You have a medical background? Yep, you're gonna die. You have a medical background? Nope, you're fine. Medical background? Yep, you get to die. Medical background? Yep. Medical background? Yep. Medical background? Nope, you can maybe live. And help mentor. We're gonna call that a medical background, so you die as well. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people dead, and now it's out of you 3. 1 of you has to die, and the other 2 get to live on. Alright. From all the available activities, Zygmunt only likes watching TV, playing computer games, drinking beer, and eating pizza without even live streaming it at all. They live with their mother and claim to have no mission in life other than wasting the world's resources. Well, that sounds like a fine human being to me. Shannon is a squatter and a dumpster diver who likes to renovate old buildings in order to live in them with friends. They travel a lot by train and manage a community garden. Annabelle has devoted themselves to becoming either an astrophysicist or an astronaut. The 2 things are somewhat related. They also enjoy painting, mostly nudes, computer programming, and volleyball. Well, you sound like just the type of person that might accidentally come into the medical profession, and we can't have that. So you 2 get to go live your lives and enjoy them. Alright, there we go. Beautiful. Oh, I didn't get my fidget spinner.
Ah, Grim. It looks to be a rough day out there.
It wasn't that bad.
New recruits often falter during dark time.
Would I ever falter? Fate, would I? Nah, I'm your best new Grim Reaper.
Yet you seem to have performed adequately. How do you feel after such a day?
I was built for dark times. I'm built to deal with hard decisions.
Excellent. With this attitude, you will become a most industrious Reaper.
More industrious than you could ever be.
Let us hope these days do not continue. Any idea what happened?
Some sort of medical calamity, maybe? Like an epidemic?
Interesting. An insightful streak may yet rattle inside that skull of yours.
Indeed. An insightful streak that could get me into higher management.
Off you go now, Grim. Good night.
Seems awfully dismissive of you, but good night. And good night to your cat as well. Alright, what do we have on the docket today? 2 humans have to die, spare humans who seem helpful against the troubles. Meanwhile, university mourns as grim epidemic claims the life of a promising student. Immunologist dead as epidemic hits hardest as those trying to combat it. Medical examiner identified as a serial killer refuses to surrender, shot in the ensuing firefight with police officers. Chief of CAN television network considers story of a serial killer would make an exciting series. They're getting so many movies and series out of this. It's insane. I could make the film industry. Pediatrician shot by suspected child abuser who broke into their office. An old abandoned mineshaft collapses. Unidentified body found within the debris. Alright. Helpful against the troubles. Who's helpful against the troubles? We've got a smuggler. We've got a miner and a policy consultant. We've got an artist. We've got someone who is a leaf blower. Well, we've got someone who's luring people into gamble. Oh, they seem like a good person. We'll go ahead and let them live. Let's see. Clean energy is for losers, apparently. Let's let them live. I meant die. I messed it up, guys. I messed it up. Or did I? No, I got that right. I got that right. Alright. I swear, I had just a complete mind fail right there. 2 humans have to die. Cool. Any other lovely people that should live? Alright. Starting already at 6 in the morning, toxic fumes don't concern them one bit. Well, you sound like you'd also be able to live. We've also got a smuggler. And then we've got someone who loves role-playing games in the vein of Beast and Swords or Cavernous Horrors of Death. Well, man. How many have to die again? 2? 2 humans have to die. Well, I gotta save the fellow role player. That's just something that needs to happen. I'm sorry. Let's see. The rest of you. One of you gets to live and the other 2 are gone. Alright, who is the greatest asset? Probably the smuggler. You go ahead and live. You 2 out. Alright, there we go. We've got 2 dead, which was our quota, and everyone else is good to go. Yes, let us proceed. Good choices have been made here. Hello,
Welcome,
Fate.
Grim. It is the end of the week. Your performance review draws near. How do you think you have been doing?
I'm just surprised I've made it this far.
Interesting. Yes, your answer has been recorded for the psych eval. Now then, before the assessment, let us look over your daily conduct.
I'm just a little humble, you know? I don't want to brag and say it's all been a piece of cake all the time.
I see the required profiles are all here.
Of course.
Excellent. This bodes well for the evaluation. I guess it is time to get started.
Wait, I wanted to ask about today.
Yes? What about today?
Did I make a difference? Did we help?
Oh, absolutely. Things are already looking up.
That's unfortunate.
Do not worry about it. Fixing the world is a slow process. So, keep at it. As long as you follow the rules, it will all get better.
Alright.
Now, where did I put those papers? Ah, here we go. Right. Looking at these stats, the numbers say...
Yes, what do they say?
Your conduct over the 7 days has been most excellent.
Ah, thank you.
I am, sincerely, surprised and pleased by your display of loyalty.
Ah, of course you are, because I haven't made a single error.
So much so that the office has deemed you fit for a raise.
Even more money? Yes!
We do what we can to provide for our spawns. Speaking of, the raise also comes with a prize.
Ooh.
The office is proud to present you with an award of excellence. Display it proudly on your workstation.
Oh, I absolutely will. I will polish it every time I get into the office, every time I go to my lunch break, and every time I go home to sleep. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
Do not let this cloud your judgment. You still have much to learn and many rules to follow.
I like ice cream.
What? I swear, there must have been something off in the Grim Brood. Nonetheless.
Can't let them get too suspicious. You do too well in this industry and, kick you out.
As such, your 7-day evaluation period has concluded. You have passed.
Yes!
That is all. Until tomorrow, Grim.
See ya, Fate! Ah, we were both the Master of Chaos and Fate's Pet. I think that was an unusual combination, to say the least. Very interesting, but very unusual. And anyway, that was the game. Overall, ton of fun. I just love the idea of going through making these decisions, and it's also very interesting to think about how you can fit within these rules, but the game gives you just enough leeway to make it so that you can fit into the rules your own way. Like, I wouldn't have expected that it would be possible to both be Fate's pet and the chaos person. Like, I wouldn't think that those things could ever go together, but the fact that they do makes this game really cool, and I'm really looking forward to the release. And then if you guys are too, then we'll go ahead and play it when it comes out. But anyways, that's it for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and most of all, I hope that you all soar high and enjoy your ride of life. Bye!